This is ET and we're just completed, believe it or not, week 6 of the famed I Beat Burt contest. And as you can see, I'm a little battered and bruised. 14 games, 6 wins. By far the worst week. No, I can't say by far. I had an 8-8 week as well. But 6-8 this week. Very, very difficult week. Why was it tough? Well, pretty much 6 road teams won, 6 underdogs won. And anytime something like that happens, and it does happen, usually 5 or 6 weeks, we have a lot of underdogs winning and a lot of road teams winning. All quote-unquote heck breaks loose. And this week, for me, it looked like I had 2 games that were really important. I thought the 2 key games were the Giants playing at New Orleans. I took New Orleans right on. Ended up New Orleans pretty much had their way with the Giants, which was a little surprising. The other big pick I thought my really only upset was picking the Ravens to win in Minnesota. And you know what? They almost pulled it off. They missed a field goal at the end of the game. If you watch the game, the Vikings were in control almost the entire game. Probably should have won it outright. But I believed I'll tell you what, when they lined up with a field goal, I said, I don't think anybody's going to beat me this week. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. It was ended up being a real tough week, a tough week for everybody. A lot of wins and losses, like I said. I think most of the people, believe it or not, were 7-7 or 8-6. Most of the people that entered, so I didn't get totally crushed. But it was a nice showing overall. This week, let's look at this week's games because we got some again another week, and I basically have 7 games that could really. That I looked at that right now, in fact 8 games that I don't know how I'm going to pick. San Diego, Kansas City, Cincy hosting Chicago, Pittsburgh hosting Minnesota, Houston hosting San Francisco, New Orleans at Miami, Dallas hosting Atlanta, New York hosting Arizona, and Philadelphia at Washington. I pretty much know what I'm going to do probably for a couple of those, but they really flip them. A lot of tough games. Pittsburgh hosting Minnesota. I'm leaning Pittsburgh right now because I don't think Minnesota's a great team. But I'll tell you what, they're undefeated. And as I learned on Monday night, which was a couple nights ago, you don't want to really bet against a streak, especially a good one. And we see right now Denver's on a streak as well, 6-0. They don't play this week. They go to a bye. But I've bet against Denver 3 or 4 times this year, and I've lost every time. So very, very interesting. The Patriots go to London. People ask, and we'll look at the Patriots game, 59-0. Total destruction. Did I expect a blowout? No, didn't expect a blowout. Was surprised, but the 59-0 score was an anomaly. As we saw, Tennessee basically decided in the first quarter they didn't like the snow. It was cold. And the game was an embarrassment. I was there. I know it's historic, but it was really one of the worst games I'd ever seen. I don't take a lot of stock in what the Patriots did. I took more stock in what Tennessee did. The one thing I did like about the Patriots, for 60 minutes, they played hard. That was a good sign. It didn't matter who was in. All right, let's basically go to the winners here for Week 6. And we had 1 or 2 repeat winners for the year, which is interesting. Ed Nutter of Haverhill, David Muldowney of Haverhill, Joe Aiello of Manchester, Mass., Bob Brolin of Haverhill, Frank Battistone of Haverhill, Benny Scavidi of Haverhill, that's the 5th Haverhill out of 6, Fred Damon of North Reading, Mark LeBrun of Methuen, Helen Lisbon, that's her 2nd T-shirt of the year. T-shirt's going to be going out, and she's of Plaistow, New Hampshire, and Patty Pappalardo of North Andover. Just to let everyone know, we sent 5 T-shirts, sent 5 weeks worth of T-shirts out on Friday. This week's will be going out on Friday. Congratulations to the 10 winners. Thanks to Commonwealth Motors for sponsoring the I Beat Burt contest.